Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm back. Holy smokes. Let me just start with, I just want to say thank you to all of you who shared my video or even watched it, even those of you who disagreed with me, and there were several. I just want to say thanks. I mean, I'm really just trying to put a message out there. I didn't even personally share it myself, but last I checked, it had over 725 shares, and that is in counting, so holy cow, maybe we're getting our word out there. I did want to make a follow-up video to address a couple of the concerns, and I am a little bit more calmed down, so I might not be screaming and getting all riled up, and I will try to make this one, I don't want to make any promises, but I'd like to make it a little bit shorter. So again, thank you everyone for sharing it. I encourage you to follow through with everything we've been talking about. There are a couple issues I wanted to bring up, and I want to say that I really wish you guys, like maybe on this video or in the future, if you could comment on the YouTube video in the YouTube app would be great, because I cannot follow all the shares and find all the comments and respond to all of them. Not that I can respond to all of them anyways, but it would really help out. I did see some things that made some real good points. First thing I want to address, because I did get some private messages, I got several private messages actually about that, but I did want to address a couple of those. First of all, I think if you guys think for 1 second that I was bashing McCook or Red Willow County, you're extremely mistaken. I love McCook. I have always loved McCook. I was that crazy guy when we were all sitting around and I was, oh, this town sucks. I was the crazy one who always talked about how much I love McCook, and I still feel the same way. Just love McCook. I think it's a great town. I just think that maybe there's some leadership issues that need to be worked out, and those are all things that can be changed, and from the looks of things, you know, it's looking like they will be changed, so that's a positive, right? So please, please, please do not get me wrong here and think that I think ill of McCook in any way. I love that town. My mom's down there, obviously, right, obviously. But most of my family, friends, you know, I spent 30 years in that town, and I love it. I really do. Another thing, someone did bring up the fact that I did not make it only about the county commissioner. And maybe some of that was me just getting riled up and worked up. That was probably me being riled up and worked up, but I will address it real quick here. Paul Wood, yes, he does run unopposed all the time. But my issue with Paul would be just look at your courthouse report, you guys. Meth bust, meth bust, meth bust, probation, probation, probation. Really? And then you wonder why you have that problem. Not that we don't have that problem here. We have the same issues here, just on a little bit bigger of a scale up here, up north of you. But that's a whole nother video, right? The Paul thing, that's another video, which may be in the works. I don't know. And then Judge Payne and Judge Clark. I did bring up Judge Clark. Man, me and Judge Clark, we went way back, round and around and around. And then Judge Payne, yes, it is difficult to remove a sitting judge from the bench. You are correct, sir. I did not write your name down, unfortunately. I wish I would have, but I did want to respond to you. You are correct. It is very difficult to remove a sitting judge. However, it is on the ballot, and it is a yes or a no. So I think it's pretty simple to just click no. Whether that does anything or not, the one thing it will do is send a message. It will send a message that we're tired of these backroom deals, and we're tired of these people being slapped on the wrist for things that other people are sent to prison for. It just depends on who you are. You know what I'm talking about. So let's get that out of the way right away. We're already 4 minutes in. Look at this here. I did speak with your county commissioner, with the Red Willow County Commissioner for, what is he? For the District 1, Earl McNutt. I spoke with him, and it is my understanding that he will be putting out a statement that should be in the paper, apparently, tomorrow. But I did call him myself, because don't think I don't read your guys' comments. I did read the comments that said that we'd like to hear both sides of the story. Absolutely agree with you. I did hear some comments that the bus driver was lying. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you there. But we'll move on. But yeah, I did call Mr. McNutt, and the reason I called him was because I agree with you. I think that that both sides of every story should be told, and it shouldn't just be one-sided. And I did call him. I did take a big old sigh. I said a little bit of a prayer to try to keep me calm before I called him, but I did call him. I did not record our phone call, even though in the state of Nebraska it is a one-party consent state, so I could have recorded our phone call and not told him about it. I did not do that, but I did call him to give him a piece of what I had to say. So what I said to him was, very respectfully, in my opinion, I thought, hello, sir. You know, my name is Jason Norman. You may have heard of me. I am the person that put out the video about you, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to respond. And that's what I told him. I want to give you an opportunity to respond. I wanted to perhaps set up an appointment to come down and meet with him. We could have put it on video, and then he could have put that out there for all you guys to see, and then he could answer to his constituents, which is what you people in Red Willow County are. I gave him the opportunity. He did not want the opportunity. He declined the opportunity. He said he did not have anything to say to me. And this is where it gets interesting. I asked him, I said, okay, so therefore are you admitting to throwing the rake in front of the bus? And this was very telling, because he said, I didn't throw a rake in front of the bus. I slid it on the ground. To me, that's very telling, because if he slid it on the ground, then he knew the times were up, right? That's very, very telling to me. So then my next question was, okay, sir, so do you plan on resigning? I didn't get an answer, guys. He hung up. Click. That was it. So apparently, he's not going to resign. That's what I gather. But we'll have to see what happens. I do know that he went to the school and he apologized. I do know that he also said that he was probably mistaken about the speed of the bus driver. So there's a couple of things in there. First of all, your apology's not going to cut it. And second of all, now not only did you throw a rake in front of a moving bus, but and endanger the life of the driver and the children, the 11 children that were on the bus, but then you lied. Your first response to a bus that you claim was speeding was to throw a rake in front of it, and then your immediate response, because of the backlash, was to lie about what the bus driver was doing. So not only did you put the bus driver and the children in danger, but then you endangered the livelihood of the bus driver, because if a bus driver has a loaded school bus with students and children on it, and you claim, as the county commissioner for District 1, and you want to go around saying that that bus driver was speeding, well, now you're jeopardizing the livelihood and the job of the bus driver with that false information that is coming to light that was not true. So for those of you who said the bus driver should be fired because they were speeding, incorrect. The bus driver was not speeding, and we hopefully, I don't want to assume what's going to come out in the newspaper tomorrow, but hopefully he does retract what he said about the bus driver speeding. Bus driver obviously being my mother. So none of that happened, you guys. The bus driver was not speeding. He didn't throw the rake. He slid it out there, which in my opinion is way worse. Here's the deal. Here's where I'm at on this. I am not done. Okay, from my understanding, Mr. McNutt has said that as soon as the rake left his hands, he regretted his decision and he knew he made a mistake. Awesome. Awesome. I am glad that you recognize that you made a mistake, sir. However, when I got pulled over, it's been years and years and years ago, after having 3 beers, as soon as I saw the cops' lights in my rearview mirror, I also knew that I had made a mistake. But you know what? They didn't care. They still took me to jail. I still got to go see the judge, and I got held accountable for my actions. And I think that this situation calls for the exact same thing. I would like to see an investigation, and I would like to see people be held accountable for these actions. I don't care who you are and where you are politically. People need to be held accountable. If anything, our elected officials should be held to a higher standard than we are. And I'm not seeing that happen, not nationally or locally. And we need to demand, as the public, we demand. We don't ask for apologies. We demand a resignation, an investigation, and charges to be brought. It's that simple. Now, I have reached out to the State Patrol. I have tried to call the Red Willow County Sheriff's Department. I have contacted the people that need to be contacted, and I'm not getting any response back. I have contacted the news stations. I have tried to call the Gazette. I am not getting... Okay, I am sorry about that. I am not sure what happened there. But anyway, I am not getting... no one's responding back to me. Okay, so your news stations, your newspaper... apparently they don't want to talk to me. I don't blame them, right? I'm just the loud guy. Anyways, I say we keep going, you guys. Those of you who are with me and who support me, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you supporting my mother. First of all, this really isn't about me. I just like to hear my own voice, you know? Way she goes. But I say we keep going. We don't stop. We don't stop till charges are brought. We don't stop until there's an investigation. We don't stop till there's a resignation. An apology is not going to cut it, because an apology wouldn't have cut it with you. An apology wouldn't cut it with me. If you get pulled over by an officer and you've broken the law, you can't just say, well, I'm real sorry. Well, I'm real sorry. It doesn't matter, okay? Accountability. And accountability starts with you, the public, putting that pressure on our public officials. So I've just urged you to keep going. Tomorrow's election day, or today, whenever you're watching this, it's election day. I have your ballot right here. And County Commissioner Earl McNutt is going to advance to the general election on November 6th because he's running unopposed. It's up to you, the public, to make sure that he does not advance and that he resigns before the general election. So please, please, please keep the pressure on him. We should all be held accountable when we break the laws and we do dumb things and we endanger children as well as bus drivers. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Share the video. Please, let's keep it going in the comments below on the YouTube, because I can't follow all the shares. So please, whether you agree with me or not, let's keep the conversation going. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much.